whispering in the trees. It's two sailors and they're only.
But the Swami say that, and I don't know because I'm not a Swami. Swami say this year we will experience 4 unusual dates. One of them is already passed, which was 1/1/11. The other one, there's another one already passed, 1/11/11. The next weird one's going to be 11/1/11, and then 11/11/11. What Swami say, now try this out, Rex. Can you do any math at all in your head? Okay. You did it?
Yeah, I just saw it on your Facebook and I did it.
Okay. Is it true?
You did it for me.
Really? So you take the last 2 digits of the year you were born. Is everybody following along with us? I mean, Swami's not doing this for his health. I suppose I have to assume anyway. He might be doing it for his health or lack thereof. Speaking of health, we got some cure-all all ready to go. You take the last 2 digits of the year you were born. In other words, Rex, you would be born what year? Last 2 digits. 86. So you take 86 and do what?
You add how old you're going to be.
And you add how old you're going to be this year. And you are going to be this year? 25. So you add the last 2 digits of the year you were born plus how old you're going to be this year, and that will also equal 1/11. Now, is that weird, wild stuff? Who but a Swami could come up with this kind of stuff? I say that's weird, and that's what I mean. Because it worked for me, too. Is there anybody out there that it doesn't work for? You got to be a moron, right? You would have to be a moron. All right, I smell something in the back row that's moving towards the cockpit. It's Stinky Dan. Hey.
Hey, Preacher. East Chicago's looking up. It's looking good. It's looking good in East Chicago, I'll tell you. You know, thank goodness for that mirror they have in there where, you know, the insurance for the city workers, it was like 80-20, and the 20%, the taxpayers would have to pay that, too. They were paying 100%. And thank God, because he come in there and he told them, that ain't right, that's against the law. The taxpayers shouldn't have to pay that 20%. They make good money, and they should pay that 20% to get, we like go to the doctor for like $1,000.
Wait, it's a Stinky Dan. You're confusing me and everybody else. If it was 80-20, how could they be paying all of it? Obviously, it wasn't 80-20.
Oh, insurance paid 80, and then the taxpayers paid 20 of it. They make good money. They can pay for it themselves.
Okay. I agree with you. That's a groovy thing. Now hang in there, Stinky, and whew, you could really use a little soap. I'll wash myself with a rag on a stick. It's funny that Stinky should bring that up today because we're going to start something new on Monday, Rex. You got your notepad already? I would like to see that notepad. Probably not a damn thing written on it, is there? No, I'm talking about the real notepad, not the dry erase board. The one where I ask you to keep notes so we can refer back to them. Beginning on Monday, we will start a new segment that we will do every single day on the Region Underground called Preacher Feature Stories. And we'll have one Preacher Feature story for you every day to start off the show. It's like a memo to myself. Preacher Feature Stories every day on the Region Underground. And maybe I can post those up on the Facebook, give you a little head start. But that's what's happening starting Monday, Rex, so be ready for that thing. I myself and everybody else out there pays for their Medicare. I pay out of what I receive. So I don't receive the whole ball of wax and then don't pay anything. So for all the naysayers out there and the Preacher Haters Club, in general, Sparks, Arthur Flagenheimer, the Cackler, who else? You all know. You know who you are, except you're not buying T-shirts, which is a concern of mine. But you should be buying the T-shirts too. But anyway, Medicare, there is still something you have to pay on the front end if you don't do anything. If nothing goes wrong, you still pay. And I pay approximately $100 per month. What are the workers in the city of Hammond, what are they paying? You know? I'm asking you. Well, say I don't know. You're just looking at me. He doesn't know. You do live in Hammond, don't you? Well, you should know. You should be interested anyway. I can't say you should know because I don't know. I think they pay $25 a month, where I pay $100 a month. So I think right there, if anybody's looking for a campaign issue, there's one. There's one. You certainly can afford if I can afford $100 a month on what I receive, you can certainly afford 100, maybe more. In fact, I think maybe a lot more. Shouldn't be no free ride. $25 is a free ride. And the only reason that's not changing is because someone is afraid it might cost them some votes. We can't any longer just do things in order to build some type of political machine. A PAC. What's PAC stand for? Political Action Committee, isn't it? Isn't that what it is? I could have a PAC, right? I could have the Preacher's Political Action Committee, though I don't want it. I don't want to be that involved. But I do believe that city workers everywhere should be able to afford more than $25 a month. This is a free ride. In fact, I'm thinking about making it retroactive for about 10 years. Probably couldn't do that. I've had so many people call. Dave from Highland, the woman who I know is politically connected in the city of Hammond, that called me and said, "Hey, preacher, you're on the disability. You're on the Social Security. What are you complaining about? You're a hypocrite." Well, I'm not a hypocrite. I don't want to be on this stuff. I don't have any choice. I would starve to death. You want to kill me? Is that it? Because that's what would happen. I would die. But if those people are willing to pay more taxes, how about this little tidbit? It's nothing more than $3 a day. $3 a day, Rex. Half a pack of smokes. I'm trying. I don't know how many city workers there are in the city of Hammond, Indiana, the 6th largest city in the state. Got to be a few, though. But I believe, let's take a round figure. Can you do any math over there? You got your calculator working? I can't do everything. Let's say there's 1,000. And they all pay $100 a month. How much is that? That's 100,000, right? Okay. Times 12. It's 1.2 million. Right? Okay. I'm just using 1,000 as a round figure. I don't know how many workers there are in the city of Hammond. It's got to be a couple hundred, wouldn't you think? At least. Has anybody got a figure for me out there? Where's Marcia when you need her? Maybe she could put it on the chat room. She's not going to call the show. I've been disbanded from from Marcia's world. I don't exist. Somebody out there has to know. How many workers? Somebody get on the phone and call one of those knuckleheads and find out how many workers there are in the city of Hammond. I'm just using them as an example because they're quite a large city. And I know that we're paying the freight, most of the freight. Just $100 a month. Could there be close to 1,000 civil employees in Hammond?